Hey Libra, I'll be doing your monthly forecast reading for March 2019 for a Libra Sun, Moon, or Rising. I'll be using 3 different decks today for this reading, using a 7-card spread, 2 tarot decks, and 1 oracle deck. I'll be using the Spirit Song Tarot that works through animals, the Angel Dreams Oracle deck, and then I did just get this tarot deck called the Sasuraibito Tarot deck. Thought I'd share that one with you guys. And before I start, I will do an energy clearing. Alright, so I'm going to start shuffling. Anything you're visualizing for this month of March, just picture that going into the cards as I shuffle. Take a nice deep breath and really set your intention for this month. We'll see what's coming up for you, Libra. I'll shuffle the oracle deck. And then last but not least, the other tarot deck. Alright, well, let's start. So with where you'll be at in this month of March, we have the 3 of Wands. Wands are fire signs: Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. Give me a moment to go over this card. So I think you're strategizing a lot for this month and planning. There could be some big projects you're trying to reel in for this month, whether you're focusing on career and you're applying for jobs and you're putting a lot of energy towards those areas to find some, to create some kind of, how should I put it, momentum in that area. I feel like you're trying to get to a place that is more stable, whether it's just like making more money or just being more satisfied in what you're doing in your work. Because I look at this card and I just see like a stable like foundation being set up from these sticks. And then the fire underneath it's kind of like, I feel like that's like the representation of like your drive. Planning and getting things together and like staying strong in your pursuit. So, and then if it doesn't have to do with career, it could just be like anything else you've been putting a lot of your energy towards and what you're acting on right now, whether it's like you're putting a lot of work into your relationship, romantically speaking, or in your home life. You could be like remodeling your house at home, maybe like things at the house haven't really been the way you want them to be, and now you're like putting a lot of work into remodeling, redoing things, strategizing how you want to make your home in a way that's more ideal and how you see fit. Whatever it is, I feel like you're just putting a lot of energy in projects that you know will give a lot in return for you and what you're really wanting. And it's just, I feel like you're going about it in a really strong-minded way, and you're determined to get these plans off the ground and how you're acting on them and stoking the fire in this way. So that's what I'm getting so far. I'll continue as I pull the next card. For the inner focus, we have a reversed King of Cups. Cups are water signs: Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. Give me a moment to go over this card. So it could be that I think the main thing when you're putting so much work into getting some projects off the ground this month, you could be feeling emotionally a little bit moody and intolerant of just maybe the effort and energy and time it's going to take out of you. And it could be causing you to just get a little frustrated because you depend on these projects to be fruitful and how they play out and to be strong in the, you know, and how it's like built on a foundation and how it's created. And maybe you could be doing this in a way where it's like perfectionism, where if it's not the way you really want it and you're not getting to that place of balance, because being a Libra, you guys are all about being in balance, and when you're not in balance, you get really moody and really frustrated with just your life in general, and you get really intolerant of it. And I think you need to watch out for feelings of moodiness like that, because that could just be what could hold your focus away from the work that's in front of you and just really like manifesting what you really need in your foundation with your life right now and the projects you're working on. It's definitely important to stay in balance, Libra. But if you know you're in a place where you're not balanced, you have to still find a way to make peace with that and not let the feelings of moodiness and frustration and intolerance get in the way of you making progress to get yourself, moving forward and accelerating in this place that you're at the moment. So that's just what I'm getting so far. I'm going to pick the next card and go from there. For the outer focus, we have a reversed Eight of Wands. Give me another moment to go over this card. Yeah, I mean, same thing, kind of what I'm getting from this. The projects that you're putting a lot of energy in are being kind of delayed. Like, it's kind of like you're in the pending mode. It's processing. It's slowly getting to those places, but it's not quite there. It's kind of delayed in that and in the place that it's at. And that's kind of where, again, you're getting frustrated because maybe you're trying to make this go faster than what it can handle and the pace at the moment. Especially if you're job hunting and you're trying to find a better job, but you're not like getting that job and you're not getting hired yet. That could be causing you to get very frustrated. Because, when you're getting delayed in finding a better job or just getting a job in general, that can weigh on you in ways of just like, no, I need money right now. And I need this to be able to pay my bills and take care of my house. And that's where the frustration comes in. And if it's not to do with work, just anything that you're focusing on right now in a project that means a lot to you. It seems just like it's kind of going at a slow pace at the moment, and that's where your moodiness is coming in. But to not fret, things just need to go at their own pace, and you need to be able to look at it in a new way that's going to help you, find a way to how should I put this? find a way to take the steps to direct this in a more like positive light instead of in just a gloomy skew in the way that you're looking at it. You could be looking at this like slow, sluggish time as something like as a burden, and it's causing dark emotions within you, but really it could just be teaching you a really valuable lesson of just something you need to see within yourself and what you're dealing with in the situation in your life. Whatever it is, Libra, you have to just find a way to make peace with it and learn to calm yourself down in these stressful times, and know that this phase will pass, but you have to find a way to go about it in a different way for you to make, better changes in this stage of your life. So yeah, that's definitely what I'm getting from that so far. I'm going to pull the next card. So for how you're going to thrive this month, we have a reversed judgment card. Give me another moment to go over this. I think what can hold you back from thriving, because I'm going to say this first before I say what's going to help you thrive. What would hold you back from thriving are feelings of self-doubt, rejection, and just the stagnation and the blockages that you're facing that are causing these seeds of doubt to grow within you. Maybe you're having a hard time believing that this can turn around for the better and your projects can speed up and you can finally get to where you need to be that is successful and positive in your areas of life that really need some nurturing and some balance. But right now, like, if you're just going to keep being doubtful about this stagnant part of your life, and you're not going to sit well with the rejection and the places where you haven't been able to be accepted, or at least to get to where you need to be, and you've felt some feelings of failure in that area, you need to find a way to let that go. Stop letting doubt dictate how you're going to feel about this place that you're at in your life and how you're going to let it affect you. Because if you're really trying to make balance within yourself and your life, you, no matter what, have to be okay with whatever stage you are at with life, whether positive or negative, whether you're in balance or not. And when you can learn to be confident and believe in your goals and believe in yourself and believe that even if you haven't been getting anywhere, or you haven't been getting really far in the projects you've been putting your heart and soul into, just know that there's just a reason why it's going at a slow pace, but you still just can't lose hope and faith in yourself because of that. You have to find a way to rise above all the heavy burdens that you've placed on yourself and still have the faith and the drive to keep going, and know that eventually you'll reach a place of balance. And when you realize that, then that's where you can help yourself thrive in this situation. So that's what I'm getting from that. For the struggle we have for you this month, we have a reverse the Fool. Give me a moment to go over this card as well. So I think your struggle is your negligence in this situation. I think you just really want instant gratification in this situation that you're really focusing on, and you're kind of being careless in how you're acting, because it's just like, if you're not getting that balance in the areas that are not balanced in your life in the time frame that you want it, you're just kind of gonna throw your negative energy around and in a careless way, and you could be negligent about how you're really acting and your emotions while you're dealing with this difficult time and working on these projects. I can understand that if things aren't going your way in areas that you really need them to, how that could be your struggle in making, progress moving forward, because your moodiness is just kind of getting in the way of getting anything really done in the areas that need some more polishing up. If you can find a way to like sit with that, and again, like I've said before, like make peace with where you're at and find a way to calm down your emotions so you can really focus on how you're going to act to make things move into the direction that you want them to be in. Because, you know, I'm seeing like this arrow being shot in this card above, and I feel like you're trying to aim and shoot, but your aim is just a little bit off, and that's where you're not reaching your target. You need to find a way to kind of slow yourself down, take a deep breath, and then refocus, recenter yourself, aim again, and then finally you can reach that place of your center again and reach the target of what you're shooting for. And so I feel like your struggle is just like not really focusing your energy in the right places in the way that you're acting and your attitude. And if you can find a way to readjust that, then this process with this challenge with getting what you want and out of your projects will become smoother and easier. Once your attitude is adjusted, it'll feel like less of a struggle in this sense. So hopefully that made sense, but that's what I got out of that. And then for the advice we have for you this month, we have heart chakra, green, compassion, love, and cultivation. I'm going to read this card to you. When this card appears to you, it's time to ask yourself what needs healing in your life. Keep your heart open and be compassionate toward yourself and others. Allow love to weave a beautiful tapestry within your heart, expanding your senses. Then you will start to see it all around you, in every person and life form. You'll begin to respond and communicate lovingly. You'll feel lighter, happier, and free of burdens. Green asks you to open to self-love now and cultivate a relationship with yourself. This color is associated with the heart chakra, which in turn represents healing, growth, love, and nurturing. Green also represents communicating from the heart. Trust yourself and others. Keep faith that your heart will not lead you astray. Love is a compass. If you're unbalanced in your heart chakra, compassion is what you need to be employing, not empathy or sympathy, as these drain energy. If you offer others help out of obligation, shame, guilt, or fear, you'll burn out. You need to allow yourself to receive. Foster a safe and supportive environment by releasing judgment. See the world with the eyes of your heart. When you do, you'll feel vitality returning to you. You need to nurture and cultivate a relationship or spiritual practice. A condition or situation is being healed. Open your heart as much as you can. Make love with life. Abandon personal control and defensiveness by assuming the role of a beloved partner who takes action or in response to life with compassion. So what I'm getting out of this for you, Libra, is I feel like you have been very judgmental of yourself and your situation because you did get a reverse judgment card. And that's where you've been so hard on yourself in this situation, and you've had those feelings of moodiness and frustration. And I think it's just like that's kind of what's refraining you and holding yourself back from really bringing this situation to a place of balance again, because you're kind of going about it in a way that's not helping you like find harmony in the areas of your life that you really desire to have. And it could just be like how it said, you're being super controlling and defensive and assuming the role of, you know, the dictator. I have to have it this way. If it's not like this, then, you know, I'm a failure, or I'm just, you know, I'm not doing the right thing. And, you know, that's where the judgment comes in, and the frustration and the moodiness. And I think you have to find a way to still love yourself and be compassionate to where you're at in your life, and maybe to the people who haven't been perfect to you, and just to the situation you're in general. And know that if you can just find a place of love again within yourself and open up your heart and accept where you're at and find the way to, you know, show compassion towards yourself, and accepting that this is just where you need to be at the moment, and knowing that you'll get past it, then that's where you can make huge strides in movement and make really big progress in where you're at once you find a way to take your action and guide it in a place that's from a place in your heart through compassion. So instead of a place of anger and resentment and judgment. So that's what I'm getting from that. And then for the lesson we have this month, we have the Hermit, contemplation and wisdom, and it's the koala bear. I'm going to read this card to you. A beacon of well-being, koala is your guide in acquiring the rest needed to regroup and renew. A seeker of truth and wisdom, he illuminates the way. Calm and observant, koala stills the mind so that he may access higher wisdom. His solitary retreat gives him with the time and space necessary for introspection. Koala encourages you to slow down and step away from distractions of the world. Take time to gather your thoughts and find your inner balance. The answers you seek are already within. Keywords: contemplation, observation, wisdom, inner balance, solitude, learning, meditation. Yeah, this is honestly so on point, Libra, because like that's kind of what I was saying earlier, was to calm yourself down and to slow yourself down instead of feeling like you need to speed yourself up to get to the place that you really want to be in, and find a way to contemplate over how you're treating the situation and going about it and really observing it, but taking time alone to reflect and go over that and then find a new way to treat the situation from where you're coming from. So then you can gain wisdom from that and then finally reach a place of inner balance from going through the stage of learning that you've been needing to go through, that has been really required of you to be able to finally like understand that, you know, in order to create balance in the areas that have been out of balance, you still have to come back to yourself and balance out the areas inside you that have been needing some love and attention and some time alone and focus, to then be able to do the same on what needs work on the outside of your life. And then from there you can finally reach a place of satisfaction. So that's all I really have for you, Libra, and as deep as this reading was, I think honestly it was extremely helpful to you and where you're at. So other than that, if you feel called to do a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can go to the description link box below and go to my Instagram, Mystic Yasmin, and you can send me a message. Or you can go to my Facebook page, Mystic Yasmin, and book a session from there. Other than that, Libra, have a blessed day, and until next time.